Have you ever set a goal and then all of a sudden worry, doubt, and fear start to creep in? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you my number one way to obliterate that worry, doubt, and fear. Hi, my name is ERIKA Morales, and I'm a certified Silva Method instructor, and I've been using the Silva Method tools and techniques for the last 40 years. If you like this kind of content, please be sure to like and subscribe. So, in order to attain your goals, one of the most important things for you to do is to think only about your goal, right? Focus on the goal and think only about the goal. So what do you do? Let's say you've got that step down, you've written down your goal and you're thinking only about that goal. But then all of a sudden, these thoughts start popping in your head. Let's say you're looking for a job, right? And you've been sending out resumes and no one's calling you. And you start receiving these thoughts like, oh, well, no one's calling me. I don't know if I'm going to get a job. I'm too old to get a job. Or the job market is really slow right now because of this, and that. No, don't play in that realm. You just have to stop those thoughts. So you've got to keep your goal in mind. And one of the best ways to do that is to write it down, right? And put it somewhere where you can see it. So you have your goal in mind and you can see it. And no matter what you're doing during the day, maybe you put a Post-it note on your refrigerator and you're like, oh, there's my goal. So you keep it top of mind. There's been research that shows that you're more likely to achieve your goal if you write it down. You're actually 42% more likely to achieve your goal if you've written it down. So one other thing that you're doing when you're writing down your goal is that you're bringing it from a thought into something that you can actually see. You're bringing it to something tangible, right? It's going from the invisible to the visible. And when you're writing it down, you're also feeling it, right? You're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're talking to yourself, you're feeling it. So you're turning it into a thing, something that you can see and touch. So that's super duper important. When you're writing down your goal, just really quick tips on how to write down your goals. Make sure that your goal is written in the present tense or the past tense. And one way to do that is to put the words now that. Now that I have a job making however much money by this date. You get the idea? So just adding those words now that and making sure it's in the present tense. When you write down, I want to get a job, that word want keeps you in a state of wanting, right? So it's always out there in the future. It's unattainable because you want. And the universe is like, oh, you want to want? Let's give you more wanting. So do not use the word want. The way that you can overcome that is to say intend. I intend to have a job. I intend to be working at such and such company. Also, in the present tense, don't use the word want. Use, or it could also be in the past tense that I already have a job. I am working at this particular location. So make sure it's specific. Make sure you believe you can achieve it. That's very, very important. It's attainable. You can achieve it. And you're covering all of the questions. How much, when, where, why. Answer all of those different questions and make sure that when you come up with your statement, which is usually a paragraph, whenever I write down my goals, I end up writing like 4 or 5 different sentences in that one goal because I want to make sure it is very clear. It is exactly what I want to experience. And I'm covering all of my bases. You also want to add gratitude, like, thank you. Thank you so much for, and then state your goal. So here is the practice that I use to keep worry, doubt, and fear at bay or keep it away completely is to write this goal down or this statement, this paragraph, 10 times every single morning. So every morning you're going to wake up, you're going to meditate, journal, whatever your morning process is, and you're going to add this into your process. So you're going to sit down and write this paragraph out 10 times, over and over and over and over and over again, right? Repetition is key. It is so important, that repetition. And the fact that you're writing it down, you're using your hands, you're feeling it, you're seeing it, it's making it more believable to you that you can attain this. Because while you're writing it down, you're using those present tense or past tense words. You're thinking about what it is that you're writing. You're feeling the emotions of how you're going to feel when you attain this goal. So there's a lot of power in actually writing it down over and over and over and over and over again, right? And it's extremely effective in keeping your mind focused on the goal. And that was the whole point of this, is to obliterate the worry, doubt, and fear, right? And let's say you're going throughout your day and a thought pops in, or maybe you turn on a YouTube and they're telling you, fearful things about the job market or whatever. You turn it off, and then you can go back to this, and then once again, just keep writing it down and writing it down. Do another 10 times. And you'll see how it starts to uplift you. It uplifts your vibration. It actually crowds out all of the worry, doubt, and fear, because you're physically writing it down and you're doing it 10 different times. So I've been doing this for many, many years, decades. And when I first moved to California, we were looking for a house, kind of frantically, because we were going to get kicked out of corporate housing, and we needed to purchase a house. So we were looking around everywhere, and I came across this house, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this house. We've got to buy this house. So I started with my process. I sat down and wrote my statement out, how much I wanted to pay for it, when I wanted to close by, when I wanted to move in. And in addition to that, I did a little address label for myself that I also repeated over and over and over and over again. So it was my name and then the address, my name and then the address. So I did this every single morning, right? Which was only like 2 or 3 mornings, because we got word right away. And our realtor called us and it was like, oh, sorry, you didn't get it. Somebody else got it. They outbid you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And this is important. I didn't get into worry, doubt, or fear. I know that it's important to stay flexible and to stay open. That's okay. A better house will come up. I know that a better house will come up, right? So I started just feeling into the gratitude of that and just letting it go completely. I released it and I let it go, and I experienced the gratitude of, that's quite all right. I know the perfect house will come along. Well, later on that night, I get a call from the realtor, and he's like, this absolutely never happens, but the people that won the bid, they backed out of the house, and it's yours if you want it. And I was like, yes, absolutely, sign us up. And so we did get the house, and it was funny because I had forgotten about my affirmation and the date and all of that. And when we were moving in, I came across my pages and I was like, oh my gosh, we're moving in exactly at the time that I wanted to be moving into the house. Like, I specified that on my goal. So I love this practice because of all of those reasons. It makes your goals tangible, but the repeatability of it, like you saying it over and over and over again, it just makes it more believable to you. And you're seeing it. You're actually able to touch and feel and see your goal, and then adding the emotions to it is so important too. So if you're ready to take the Silva Method 4-day seminar, please be sure to check out the link in the comment section below. I know I have a seminar coming up soon, and I look forward to seeing you there.